Hello everybody, it's Belinda from Belinda's Book Nook, and I'm here to talk books with you. Recently I had a book haul at our local Barnes & Noble store, and probably a month prior I had heard that it was going to be closing. And I was devastated. I mean, I've gone to this Barnes & Noble for a very long time. It's so close to my house, probably a 10-minute drive to get there. And it was remodeled a couple of years back, so they have these beautiful like marble top tables, and then they have a really wonderful one that goes along the windows that have all outlets for all of us that come in there with laptops and things like that to do some work. And you know, my kids have just kind of grown up in there, and so it's not even kind of, it's very sad to hear that it's closing. So when I heard that, I was like, okay, I'm just going to try to make the best of the situation and, you know, go visit some of the people. I know a lot of the staff there, and throughout the time so I could say goodbye to them. Well, the other day they had this major sale that entailed 50% off all hardcovers. And I guess that was a 2-day thing, but I wasn't aware. As much as I shop there, I wasn't aware that they've done this. I'm not sure if they've done 50%, but they've done a hardcover sale like this in the past. But it was for 2 days, and all hardcover, particularly, you know, for me, it's like the new stuff too. You know, that's really what really drew me on that one. And then in the store, it was 30 to 50% off of everything else. It was like Christmas again. I was very happy to go in there. I was sad what's going to happen, but so it was, you know, I never grabbed, they have little baskets in there. I never grabbed that. I mean, I'll buy a book or two and then, you know, but I never require a basket. I literally got a basket and I went over first thing. It was like one of those shopping splurges where you get the grocery cart and you have 10 minutes to get whatever you want in the store. And that's how I felt like. So I grabbed it and I started at the new new fiction and nonfiction hardcover books. And I just, you know, try to kind of like get myself, you know, because I wasn't really prepared for that. I knew they were going to have sales, but I didn't know they were going to have that deep a sale. So I was like, okay, let me grab some things that, you know, I've been thinking about, and I know I'm going to get it at the best price. It's still going to even be better even than the competitors. So, so this is what I got. So I'm going to show you because I'm going to keep talking and then I won't have time to talk about what I got. So first of all, I got these 2 wonderful bags, and I haven't even taken the tag off, which is tacky. But this one's black and gold, and it's really sturdy, really sturdy, nice quality. And on both sides, you have the little, you know, logo. I think they'll, you know, all of these things they still sell in the other stores that are open. It's just that ours is closing. So I got the bag for half off. I got, one wasn't enough, so I got 2, one in a different color. I thought this would be fun in the summer. Kind of makes me think of summer. Because I had brought my own bag. I knew that they had stopped a while back providing bags. And so I brought my little shopping bag with me, but then when I saw that, I was like, well, let me just buy these because they're great and they're a great price. So, and they're very sturdy. So they were able to look at that. Okay, so every single book in here is 50% off. That just blows my mind, okay? So let's just start, okay? And it's all over the place because any of you that watch my videos know that I read all over the place. So it's like, and also I hadn't really known that this was gonna happen. So I was gonna like bypass, go into kind of the paperbacks and things that I know, you know, that I had in my list. But then when I saw this, I was like, well, let me go here first because this is going to be like the, you know, I'm going to get more bang for my buck, right? All right, so let's just go, not in any special order. Oh, okay. So this first one is Gabrielle Union's book, You Got Anything Stronger? I read her first book, We're Gonna Need More Wine, and really loved that when it came out, which was probably a couple of years ago now, right? I think so. This is her latest book. So I'm going to keep saying this in the video, so just try to not like, but you know you would be saying the same thing as me if it was you that did the sale. And if you did, let me know if you did the 50% sale. This is a signed edition. I got it for half off. I'm really excited because I enjoyed the other one. I love the candid nature of the other book, which she talked about her life and her acting, you know, personal things that had happened to her, her children, you know, with her husband. And I was just, you know, I really, really enjoyed that one, and motherhood and things and struggles. She was very frank, and I really appreciated that. And now I can't find where her little signature is. But I was super excited because I saw this on the table. Yeah, there's her little signature there. You see it right there? So I got this for less than I would pay for a paperback in Barnes & Noble. Okay, I'm going to put them over here, and then I have to find a place to put these. That's the thing, right? Because y'all know, you know, I'm hoping to be better this year than last year with my buying, but now I have already started off bad because I bought a lot of books. But it's okay. I will figure out a way. I am going to really do a better job of purging my shelves this year. And I also have a hidden container filled with books that needs to really get going. So I'm going to do a lot of that this year, and maybe I'll share some of that online as well. So anyways, this one is another one, is a follow-up to that book, and it's just going on and continuing on talking about her life and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that one. Very excited, right? And then the next one. Okay, so this one is I believe, I think you're going to call it a fantasy / science fiction. I don't know what they're calling it. I would call it a fantasy novel, but it's River Solomon is somebody that I've been wanting to read, and I just haven't gotten to her books. And I was just, you know, really, really interested in seeing, more about this, you know, reading some of the stuff. I know that there was another book. There's another one too that I think this was not her first. Okay. Oh, actually, The Unkindness of Ghosts. I've had that on my list forever, and I've only heard good things about that one. So maybe this year I will get to that as well. But since I saw this one there and it was hardcover, I knew it was going to be half off. I just went for it. It has a gorgeous cover. I can't really remember what it's about. I'm not going to, maybe I won't talk about too much about the books because I want to get through them all in one video. But I know that I wanted to grab some of her books. So I did grab 2 of hers. I grabbed this one, and obviously they didn't have the other one that I just mentioned, The Unkindness of Ghosts, or I would have grabbed that one as well. And I love the cover of that book. But this is another one that she wrote. It's called The Deep. Again, I believe they're both fantasy / sci-fi kind of, I think they're more fantasy books. So I get to read her this year, and I'm excited. And again, the prices were just, you know, too good to pass on. So there's that one. Okay, this one, every year we do the Caribathon, we do Caribbean Heritage Month and read a lot of books. And this one came up a lot. You know, some books just keep coming up. People like, you know, show it. And first of all, if you know anything about me, I love hummingbirds. And so the cover just caught my attention first and foremost. But then there was a blurb by Edwidge Dandikit, and I was like, okay, let me check it out. I believe this book is about, it's fiction, I believe, and it is by Miriam J.A. Chansey, and it is about, I think, 4 maybe individuals, if I remember, and it's when, looky here, Belinda, I do believe this is when there was, let me look real quick and see if I can see something to catch my eye. Because I remember reading it. This is one of the ones like on Instagram, I just kind of saved it, said, oh, I'll get it later on. I think it's 4 individuals, and it kind of follows them when disaster strikes on the island. And I think it was, you know, let me see. Hold on. Let me just see. Yeah, it was an earthquake, a magnitude, it says it right at the beginning, of 7.0, a magnitude shakes the capital of Haiti in Port-au-Prince. So they're all different people, from different backgrounds and things, and they kind of follow how they're affected and impacted by it. It's one of those things, it's like when events like this occur, it's all in the forefront of the news in your mind, and then eventually it just kind of fades, and people stop talking about it as much, and the people that are in it are kind of left behind. So I always love books for it. We always say it on this channel that it reminds you about, to think about outside of yourself and to remember people that are in unfortunate situations. So this one will kind of bring that back to the forefront and will just basically push me to go and look into more of what's going on in Haiti. So there's that one, and that's What Storm, What Thunder, and I finally got it. So I'm so excited about that. So next year when people are throwing it around, I can say I read it or I have it at least. Another one is by Gloria Edam. It's on Girlhood, 15 Stories from the Well-Read Black Girl Library. I bought Well-Read Black Girl when it came out, and I want to say that was, I feel like that was 2 years ago. And, you know, she just really tries to promote reading Black literature. And so I'm really interested to see what this one is. I think this was like a kind of a companion to that one, if I'm right. It says, On Girlhood is a lovingly curated anthology celebrating short fiction from such luminaries as Rita Dove, Alice Walker, or Toni Morrison, and more. So yeah, so sounds good. And it's again, half price. I know I said I wasn't going to say it for everything, but I'm going to say it. So that one I'm excited about because I do have the other one of hers. Now this one I saw and I don't remember. I almost feel like I might have heard about this, but I don't know. Sometimes I'll hear something, I'll see something and thinking of another book. But this one caught my eye. This one is called Reclamation, and it's Sally Hemings, Thomas Jefferson, and a Descendant's Search for Her Family's Lasting Legacy by Gail Jessup White. And this one is a nonfiction. It's blurred by Henry Louis Gates Jr. and a bunch of other people in here. But I think she basically has researched her family history and gone back to Sally Hemings. And I'm kind of curious to see that. You know, I still really love things that talk about genealogy and family history and family stories and things. So I'm always curious of, you know, how people do it and how people tell their story. You know, I have kind of taken a pause on my genealogy research because there's just so much going on right now. But I always say when I pause, it's just a pause. It's not forever. But I'm always still fascinated to hear those stories. And they always motivate me to get back on board. So hopefully that will do this as well. So there's that one. Half off. And then this one was like the big buzz all year last year. And I was like, okay, well, sometimes when I hear things like that, I don't really want to get it because it's too much buzz around something and I kind of hold off. I also hold off on things that are sometimes the Oprah Book Club because sometimes I just don't like them, books that are picked, you know, and that's just me. And I also get a little, I think I get a little resistant. I was going to say turned off. Resistant to buy books sometimes when they're, you know, these celebrities that are saying, yeah, read this. And it's helpful to some authors to get them more exposure, but at the same time, it's just, I don't know. I like getting recommendations from people that I know what they're reading, and have more of intentions, you know, what their intentions are, you know, beyond trying to push a book. So I'm excited to see this one. I don't really know much about this, but when I saw it and I knew it was going to be half off, I was like, let me snag it. But let's look at the size of this. Let's turn the book and show you how thick it is. I mean, it's pushing almost 800 pages. Will I read this year? I don't know. I have to really, maybe what I do with it, depending on how fast it reads, you know, if it reads fast, then it won't be a problem. If not, then yeah. I may just drag this along in the background of each month until I finish it. And it just won't have a certain, I won't probably put it in my book journal until the month that I finish it. But knowing that I'll just say, you know, I started on X date and see how long it takes me to finish this one. But this one, I heard a lot of people talking about it, and it's also blurred by a lot of wonderful people. And it's really gorgeous too. Look at the cover and the spine, and it's really pretty. So there's that one, half off. Now, The next one, Dee Dee always, from Brown Girl Reading, always talks about this author every Black History Month. And, you know, it was an author, a person that was only around, you know, only had this small collection of books because she passed away. But Dee Dee always talks about how highly about her books, and I have started collecting them, have not read one yet, but I specifically went in looking for this one when I went in there, even though my eyes were like going gaga over all of the hardcover new stuff, because I really wanted to see if I could snag another one to add to the collection, because I would like to just read them all, either in close time, or maybe figure out and read these, you know, pair them and read them that way. I'm not sure how many she has, but it's J. California Cooper, and this one's called Family. And let me see if it says in here. I don't know. Okay, so she has A Peace of Mind, Homemade Love, I Believe I Have, Some Soul to Keep, The Matter is Life, The Wake of the Wind, and The Future Has a Past. I'm not sure if this says, you know, where this lines up to know if that's all of her books, but it's a very small list, and so I really love the covers on them as well. So I am going to continue collecting. But Dee Dee, I got another one, so I'm very excited about having that and keeping them together. So that's great. So another one that has been on everybody's radar. Do you know by looking at the back of it what it is? It's Will Smith's book. I'm really interested to read this because I like him as an actor. I used to love his music back in the day. And I don't know if any of you have watched his special on National Geographic. It's 6 episodes. And he basically, I think it's called Something on Earth. Something on Earth. I can't remember the name of it. But he basically goes... each episode he's paired with somebody in a field of science, and he does some type of exploration. He has one where he's, you know, he goes into a submersible and goes underwater. And it's a very high quality produced. It's a National Geographic type show. I mean, they definitely have their stamp on the quality. You learn stuff by watching it. And what I really liked about him in it is that, you know, sometimes you have celebrities and they do things like this, and you get kind of lost in the celebrity, but you didn't with this. He kind of receded and allowed these specialists to come forth, and I love that it was a mixture of a lot of female and male and minorities or people of color that he had that were experts in their field, as well as abled and disabled, or that were able to kind of help him with the to bring forth the things that he's trying to teach and stuff like that. But what I really liked about it in this is that he was just so real. Like, I would be scared to death to do that, some of the things that he did, many of the things that he did. And when he was afraid, he wasn't afraid to show it. So it was very authentic. So after watching that, I was really happy for him to do that, and hope that they all think and consider to do another one. But I'm really interested in reading his story, and I think that a lot of people that have read it have really enjoyed it. I'm loving the cover. It's fabulous. This is a gorgeous book. The colors are great. I think that's such a cool idea. So I got it. I'm so excited. So there's that. I know, now I'm a bragger, right? I know. Don't turn it off. Don't turn it off. This one I saw in the store when I went in a couple of weeks prior to this haul. And I saw it, and I did what I do, which isn't always good, is I look and I see a book that, especially when it's a reference type of book, and it's so expensive, it's hardcover, and the prices, even with my membership, aren't that deep at Barnes & Noble, I'll go and look and see what Amazon is. So I remember putting it in my list, in Amazon's wish list, and said, okay, I'll get it from them. You know, at least I know I've you know, looked through it here, and I like what I see, and I'd like to get it. But Amazon can't do the price that I just got this book for. So I'm really happy that I hadn't purchased it from Amazon. I was waiting, and I thought it would be something great to do this year. I am really trying to, as I think everybody does, right? We're trying to purge things in your home and streamline things and create environments that are easy to maintain. As the years have gone by, it has gotten easier and easier to keep things clean because of the things that I've been doing. So I'm hoping that this will help me continue on that path as this new year is here. And this is called Minimalista, Your Step-by-Step Guide to a Better Home, Wardrobe, and Life by Shira Gill. And it's really, really cool. It really has some neat ideas and principles that I know a lot of people do the Marie Kondo and those type of things. And I think, you know, this is along some of those lines as well. It breaks it down, you know, room by room. So it makes it really easy to help you figure out how to, I was trying to look for some of these pictures and stuff, but you know, it just really helps you. I mean, just organization in general in the home. Here's some pictures in the back too. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm really grateful to get it for this price, because I just sometimes when there's certain type of reference books that I know I'm probably going to use, usually we use it one time, or maybe twice. This just seems like a lot of money. So no. Then I saw everything was on sale. So I saw this cute card. It's a birthday card. It says this birthday, celebrate you. And it's got this beautiful black woman in the cover. And so I grabbed that. I thought I always like to collect different ones that I'm going to mail to friends and stuff. Okay, so bag one empty. And bag two isn't full. There's a couple more items that I got in here. And one was I got for Christmas these postcards. And I don't know if any of you like look in Barnes & Noble for things like this, but I do send postcards. And I was excited when I got mine for Christmas that I was like, okay, I'm going to get some for my sister and a good friend of mine. But they're just so great. And I got for half off. So I'm like a superstar. I got two of them. Oh, and one more book. One more book, right? Yeah. One more book. Yeah. You can put this back in. This one is Black Sun by Rebecca Roan. I've been meaning to read her. I really am. This one I know now they're making either a movie, either a TV thing, or it is something in the theaters. I think it's on TV or one of the subscription channels. This one is a fantasy, I would say, type book. But she's a native writer, and I love, you know, trying to read different authors from different backgrounds and stuff. And her first book that came out was called, because that's the one I want to read before I read this. So I'm going to hop to it, because if this adaptation of this comes out, I'm going to want to watch this after I read it. Oh, Trail of Lightning. And then she has one called Storm of Locusts. She's also now writing for the Star Wars, the new Star Wars series. And I would love to get up and read some of those this year as well. But the cover's gorgeous. Let's just take that in, right? If you haven't seen it, which it was all over the place when the cover was revealed, everybody was like, whoa. But it is stunning, absolutely stunning in person. And I'm super happy that this is paperback, because I prefer paperback for everything now. I used to always want hardcover, but I feel I can fit a little bit more on my shelves. It's a little less heavy. But there is always a chance that they can get damaged, and I'm accepting of that possibility. But I just like reading wise, sorry, I got the little receipt in here. This is so much more enjoyable for me to read than the hardcover book. So I always say that. So those are the books that I got. It was just such a great sale. I couldn't pass it up. So now what I'm going to have to do for the next month at least is like just write down books that I hear you guys talk about or I see on Instagram, because I need not shop for anything. Because one of the things definitely this year that I want to do is, you know, read what I buy. And I've already bought some. And I still have stuff from last year that I really wanted to get to that I didn't get to. So I am going to try to be very aware of my spending. Anyway, let me know if you guys did any shopping on the sale and what you got, because I went out. I think I was doing my happy dance all the way to the car with my two big bags here, because I just couldn't believe that I was going to be able to get these books half off. So excited. Anyway, keep reading and keep safe. Wash your hands. Wear your masks. I'll talk to you later. Bye.